Lords of the Fallen is literally taking over my life right now. Game is awesome. Because I didn't get enough time to actually do a full review for this game before it launched, I figured what I'll do is share 5 things that I think this game does better than Elden Ring. And anybody that's been following the channel knows that I'm a massive fan of Elden Ring. Note that I'm not saying Elden Ring is bad, please don't get mad at me. If there's anything you think Elden Ring does better than this, let me know in the comments, or if you think there's anything that I've missed, or you'd like to see in another video similar to this one, also let me know down in the comments. It'd be cool to see some friendly discourse down there about what we like about Souls-likes. The first thing that sticks out in my mind is the parry mechanics. I know it's a minor thing, I suppose, for a lot of people, and I'm sure there's probably some people out there that prefer the really tight timings of things like Wolong, Lies of P, and maybe even Sekiro. But for me, as someone that doesn't mind parrying, can get the hang of parrying, but prefers to use like evasion and rolling, the fact that this game actually has me excited to be parrying enemies. Sometimes I'll even bait them into parries just for the fun of it. The first boss teaches you to parry really well. The enemies seem to have really good tells, so there's not like loads of fake outs where the enemy's holding its arm in the air for 5 seconds and then suddenly, without warning, just drops down on you, is a really, really big plus. This couples with the visible stagger bar that we can see on enemies, which allows us to know when we can plan and time for our critical strikes that we get rewarded with, or parrying. I think this is probably one of the most insane things to say, that there is a From Software game that is outdoing them in the parry department. Next up is ranged and magic combat / spells. Can't believe that somebody finally found a way to make magic feel a bit better than having to flick through the spells. Pressing up in Elden Ring is really, really laborious. Now that I've come to think of it, I really love playing as a caster. The fact that we are able to select 4 spells, you can only see 3 here because I don't have a higher level catalyst right now, and then we can instantly cast any of them just by entering into ranged mode, and we can just press the relevant button, is absolutely awesome. The freedom this gives to any player that's deciding to use spells, same thing goes for different ammunitions and throwables for characters, is just really, really awesome and outstanding. This also applies to throwables and usables as well. So now when you find your first throwing dagger, you can just slap it on, and then now you haven't got to go farming for more throwing daggers if that's a part of your strategy. If you're going to use things like firebombs, you haven't got to go farming for things like firebombs, stones, everything else. It's just really, really good, really sweet, and honestly something that I think has been long needed in the genre. So I guess number 3 at this point has to be the kick. One of the most satisfying things in this game is if you see an enemy near a ledge, don't go hitting them, don't try shoving them off the weapon. Walk up, press L1 and R1 at the same time, and get that kick on there. Not having to press forward and attack has made this so much more consistent. You can just do it whenever you want. Just hold those 2 buttons down when you're getting close to an enemy and bam, kick them off the ledge and have fun with it. Number 4 is probably the most important. Changing the color of your armor. I assume everybody knows by now, but if you go to your menu, you're going to have this tints place. So as you're going around, you're going to find yourself some color schemes that you can just apply to your armor. Like, where has this been? And you can even apply it like individually, so we can have like different parts colored in different ways if we wish to. And I feel like when fashion Souls is a thing, like how is this not in every Souls game? And we hope that it will be in every Souls game going forward. And lastly, it's probably going to have to go to multiplayer for this video, because forever people have been wanting seamless, easy, non-restricted multiplayer in Souls games. We even have mods that allow for this, like seamless multiplayer across Elden Ring. Now, all we need to do in Lords of the Fallen is go on up to a checkpoint, and it's right there. You log on in, go online, click on multiplayer, decide what it is that you want to do, whether you want to invade, whether you want to accompany a lamp bearer, beckon a friend, beckon a lamp bearer, do whatever it is that you want to do, right there in the menu. Just like, where has this been? Those have been my 5 things that come first to mind that this game does better than Elden Ring. Everybody that likes Dark Souls from Software should give this game a go, and in my opinion, it's about time that they had competition.